Greetings, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time we're checking out Lake. This game comes from Gamious and is published by Whitehorn Games, the guys behind the excellent anime platformer Evans Remains, which I've also reviewed. Now this game is the collector's edition of Lake. It contains both the core game and the expansion pack Season's Greetings. Now, I know what you're thinking, this is very different from the games I usually play, which are more dark and gritty. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten a bit more of an appreciation for these slice of life games. And Lake certainly delivers. It has some engaging characters, an interesting plot, a nice setting, and it's just a really fun, chill game for you to relax after a long, stressful day. Now we're going to check out the first part of the campaign, so strap yourself in, it's going to be a long one. Let's check out Lake.
Hello.
Hey, Dad. How's that white Christmas looking? You promised, remember?
Meredith. Of course, it's coming down as we speak. Wait till you see it.
Great. I knew you wouldn't let me down. My plane lands Tuesday at 5:30.
Perfect. How will you get here? Will someone pick you up?
Obviously. I've got the best chauffeur around. His name starts with a T and ends with Thomas Weiss.
All right, then. I hear he's the best in the business. I'll make sure he's there. 5:30 sharp.
Oh, thanks, Dad. See you soon.
2 more nights, Em. Can't wait to see you.
Same here. Say hi to Mom for me. Bye, Dad.
Bye, Em. Have a safe trip.
Good morning, Thomas. I bet you woke up feeling like $1 million after winning that monster pot last night.
Morning, Frank. It felt like $96.40, actually. But yeah, I had a great night's sleep.
Ha! I bet. It looks like you've hit the jackpot again today. There's hardly any Christmas mail rush because of the snow.
Now the game does have some dialogue options, and you do have a few decisions to make because based on what you say and how you interact with the different people in the game, it will affect your relationship with them. As a rule, it tends to be better to be nice to people, although there are a few unpleasant people in the game who I had some disagreements with. But this is our boss, and he's generally a pretty chill dude. So we'll be nice.
Ah, that's a pity. I really don't mind being outside in the snow.
Well, I do. Snow's for looking at, not for walking through. Take it easy out there today.
We begin the game with our trusty steed, the ever-loyal mail van, and our job is simply...
Providence Oaks, good morning. I guess I wasn't the only one that noticed all that white stuff lying around. I now have enough PO-positive and pet peeves about snow to last me a lifetime. But don't let that stop you from calling in new ones. My answer machine can handle it.
Now, as I was saying before I was interrupted, we are simply to deliver all the mail around town, make sure everyone gets their packages before Christmas.
A Christmas gift? Here's hoping.
And this is a really good way to meet the townsfolk, who are relatively likable. I really did like
package, is it?
I got 300 Main Street.
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
I wonder if I picked 301. Let's try again, shall we? That's better.
Hey, Beth. How are you on this fine day?
Thomas, hi. Business as usual. Nah, I'm just joking. The situation is not that dire.
I like Mildred. I don't like Mildred. We'll meet her later. I like this lady. She's a very likable character, and she has she's a bit of a bookworm, so can relate.
I was going to say, sales can't be bad with the holidays around the corner, right?
Times have been better, I suppose, but you're right. I'm not complaining. Besides Mildred, there's been an odd customer or two today, and would you believe one of them was even looking for a full set of encyclopedias?
Ooh, okay. The customer's a bit of a bookworm too. And again, I would be nice to her because she's Beth's a pretty chill lady. She reminds me of my grandma.
Never knew you had a clone walking around out there.
Well, that certainly would be something, wouldn't it? There wouldn't be enough books to discuss or wine to consume. By the way, did you know that the world's largest encyclopedia was created in 15th century China and comprised about 11,000 books? Isn't that fascinating? Imagine having to load that into your car.
Thank God for electronic books is all I'm going to say.
I don't think my trusty old van could take that. Or my bookcase, for that matter.
Well, they do say a good book is easy to pick up, but hard to put down. Get it? How's Emily coming along with Christmas dinner, by the way? I can imagine she's pretty excited about Meredith coming over. So let me know if she needs any more cookbooks. I've got this beauty from Good Housekeeping that's all the rage right now.
Oh man, Christmas lunch is always a surefire way to put on a few pounds.
Oh, that might be a bad idea. I'm going to have my pants let out just looking at the cover.
I suppose you're right. But don't you worry, I'll leave the cookbook. I have a feeling St. Nicholas has other things in store for you this year.
Yeah, that does sound ominous. Our Christmas is going to go south very quick.
Sounds ominous.
You have no idea.
What does St. Nick have in store for you?
And what does St. Nick have in store for you this year? Doing anything special?
I'm flying out to Georgia tomorrow to spend Christmas with my Daniel and his wife for a few days. We're planning a Hawaii 5-0 marathon. It's my guilty pleasure, and luckily it's theirs too.
I'm going to admit, even though my family does live in Hawaii, I haven't watched Hawaii 5-0.
Ah, Dano. Give him my best when you see him. And his wife, of course.
I shall. Right. I better get back to it and get ready for the New Year's sale. I've been in a perpetual fight with my pricing gun lately, so I need all the time I can get. And good things come to those who wait. I'll bring over your presents later in the week. I hope you have a Merry Christmas Eve tomorrow, and give my love to Emily and Meredith.
Will do. And season's greetings to you two.
Now, I wanted to point out one of the developers, the little touches to the game, which I really liked. They've gone to a lot of trouble to create parodies of famous titles, and we'll see more of this as we go around the town, but we've got the Galaxy's Guide to Hitchhiking, the Wizards, I don't know what the Cat's Pajamas is, but we've got a few Dr. Seuss books, and the ketchup in the rice. So they're all little puns and plays on words. Here we go. Here's my personal favourite, God Emperor of Sandhill, we've got the original one over here. Sandhill, of course, being a parody of June. And of course, Paws instead of Jaws. So there's all these little touches. If you wander around, you have a look in town. The developers do have a bit of a sense of humour, which I can appreciate, as well as an excellent taste in books. So off we go to our next destination, the local video store, and we can immerse ourselves in some more pop culture. Make sure I park myself off the road this time. Here we go. You can create a bit of a traffic jam if you don't park yourself correctly.
Part and parcel.
So we're going to go and see the local video store owner, she's a bit of a firecracker. I like her too.
Hello, Angie. Long time no see. One package for you today.
Thanks, Thomas. How's Emily?
So Emily is my wife, and she runs a local hotel, and I know from playing this before she's very, very overworked.
She's very busy. The motel's chronically understaffed.
Ah, yes. This must be busy season at the motel. I do like it when out-of-towners come to visit our little hamlet, especially when they like movies.
Apparently most of the rooms have been fitted with VCRs now. Should be good for business.
So, what do we have here? Oh, right.
So in case you haven't guessed, the game's set in the 80s. The clues being an old school bookstore and a video store. Certainly a relic of the past. There's no Netflix back in the 80s. You have to go to your local store, rewind the videotape, and that's how you watch your movies. Angie seems a bit upset, so we'll go ask her if she's okay.
You okay there, Angie?
It's just some things from LA. Toiletries, stuff like that. I, recently ended my relationship.
We'll say sorry.
Angie, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It was my decision, and it was the right decision. The long distance thing just wasn't working out. Still, seeing your spare toothbrush, that shampoo bottle, a stick of deodorant, it just makes it so definite, you know? Like, the LA chapter of my life is now finally completely closed.
Yeah, it must have been pretty bad breaking up with someone right before Christmas.
Breaking up right before Christmas Eve must be extra tough.
Yeah, that does add to the melancholy. Timing isn't exactly my strong suit, I guess.
Sounds like you're dealing with it like a champ, though. How did your ex take it?
My ex-girlfriend, you mean? Yeah, she's handling it okay. Other than the passive-aggressive shipping of toiletries, I guess. Oh, did you not know?
So again, being set in the 80s, same-sex relationships were not a really common thing. So yeah, it was something that that could cause a bit of friction with your family and friends. Thankfully nowadays it's a bit more normalized, and a lot of stigma's gone.
To be honest, I did have an inkling. Wasn't sure, though.
I mean, it's not exactly something I walk around advertising around here. This is probably the first time I've seen you blush.
Well, I'll leave you alone with your thoughts. And your spare toothbrush. Merry Christmas, Angie.
Merry Christmas, Thomas. My toothbrush and I bid you adieu.
We'll see more of her and the other townspeople later, but we'll appreciate her taste in movies. We've got the Hound of Music, my personal favourite, The Object. If you look at the cover on the bottom shelf, that's actually a parody of one of my favourite movies of all time, The Thing. Over here we've got some more Blade Jogger instead of Blade Runner, The Odd Father, and my second favourite movie, which is the Terminator. So I don't want to get the developers in trouble. It's the Terminator. It's a little touches like this which kind of give me a bit of a chuckle. So we're back on the road. Hop in our trusty steed. Oh. Let's try not to wrap this thing around a tree. Now, I'm trying not to unconsciously drive on the left-hand side of the road. Unfortunately, when you're an Australian, you're going to do that. My brothers in the United States, they know what I mean. Right-hand side drive, always confusing me.
Fancy handwriting on this one.
Back in the car. And off we go. Now, because this is a cozy Christmas game, I'm not going to see if the GTA player in me is unconsciously trying to make me swerve to the right to see if I can wipe that person out. But you probably wouldn't fit with the cozy feel of this game, so I'm not going to do that. But it is really a relaxing game. You're just driving around, you'll deliver packages, you'll talk to people, and this is, when I started playing it, I honestly thought it would not be a game I'd enjoy. Because usually I tend to prefer more military style games, post-apocalyptic stuff. It's definitely not my usual game, but despite myself, I found myself loving the narrative of this.
River, all frozen over.
So we've got more letters to deliver, a couple more packages as well.
Meredith's school friend Jesse used to live. I remember once Meredith came home from school after learning about walnuts. She asked us if they were named after the street.
Another letter. We're getting there, we've got a few left. I was really surprised when the developer reached out to me to cover this, because it's just so far out of my wheelhouse. But I'm really glad they did, because this is actually a very fun game. You can lose yourself playing this for hours, and it's not an especially long game.
Unless it's Bill's.
Well, at least from the reviews, I had a bit of a look at the Steam reviews, and they're overwhelmingly positive, but the only complaint from people was the game felt a bit short. But with that being said, the collector's edition has both the main campaign and this season's greetings campaign, so there's a fair bit to get through. And you can pick.
Don't forget the parcel.
Of course. Silly. You can, of course, play the game a second time and pick different dialogue options too. So there is a lot of, well, at least some replayability in the game, and it's just one of those games that's really, really interesting, really relaxing, and likable characters. That's so rare nowadays.
Hi, Ben. Got a pretty hefty package here for you.
Thanks, Thomas. I've been waiting for that one.
Hi, Mr. W. Please, please, please tell me the mail truck needs a tune-up.
Hey, Lori.
I mean, you could put some nitros on it, maybe some blades on the side, go for a whole post-apocalyptic feel. Wrong game. Wrong game.
Nope. I'm sorry to say the truck's running like a song. I'm very happy about that. But it's bad news for you.
As you can see, Lori's taken a head start on working at the garage. Part-time, and only when she's finished her homework.
Are you sure there's nothing I can improve on the old, what do you call this thing again?
I mean, yeah, it's a mail truck.
I just call it the mail truck, actually.
Boring. We need to come up with a better name than that.
Tell you what, Lori. Maybe you can check out the car horn. It sounded a little off last time I checked.
The horn, eh? I'm on it. That was easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Mr. W. Diaphragm had gotten a little dusty, but it's all better now. The mail truck is honking like a big old goose again.
Thanks, Lori.
Come to think of it, I will be calling your truck the Goose from here on out. Big, white, wobbly, and with a honking great horn. Honk honk!
Yeah, I could go for that. The goose.
The goose has a nice ring to it. Or a nice honk, anyway. Well, gotta be getting back to my rounds. Happy holidays, you guys.
Thanks, Thomas. You too.
Like I said, the cast in this game is so likable. And they've all got their own little unique personalities, and as you play the game and you interact more with them, you can have different activities. You got a whole calendar where you can actually you can go do activities, you can play cards, you can hang out with people, you can make friends. And even though the game is pretty linear, you can have a bit of agency in who you become friends with, which again affects the some of the decisions in the game. But my main joy is trying to get this thing to break the sound barrier. I know it's an old van, but you can get this thing going pretty quick. Tearing down the road in my mail van. Another little bug, it's not a big deal, but the camera keeps resetting. Do you see how I kind of changed the POV to above the van? I'm just doing it again. And it's like locked right behind it. I don't want that. I want like to be able to... Yeah, it's not a big deal, but I wish you could actually change the view and have it stick. Time to go see the wife.
A Christmas gift? Here's hoping.
Last package of the day.
Hi there, Mr. Mailman. Got anything for me today?
A special delivery.
I have one special delivery for you, ma'am. And we can have a little chat if you'd like.
Ooh, a little chat. I'm afraid I'm a bit too busy for that, sir.
Shut down.
Oh, you sound an awful lot like my wife. I hardly see her these days.
Oh, what a shame. Well, you must have a lovely wife.
Ooh, okay, well, both of those are pretty nice, but...
You can say that again. She's the light of my life.
Oh, I better get this, honey. I'll see you tonight. Oregon Trail Motel. How may I help you?
Shut down again. Ah, well, dear. Judy calls. So now we've finished our daily routine. We're going to head on back to town and chill out at home, wait for our wife. Oh, the camera angles though. That's the only thing I don't like. Is just how the camera keeps, like I have to keep pulling the camera manually and adjusting it all the time. It's not a big deal. And the controls for the vehicle are pretty smooth. got a bit of speed up. I should have gone and taken that girl up on that turbo. Put some boosters on this thing. I'm wondering when we'll meet the police, because I'm probably breaking a few laws tearing down the street at this speed, but we got places to be. The soundtrack's pretty chill too. It's very 80s. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of, minus the snow, my hometown. When I was a kid, it was a very small town. It was a farming town though, not a town like this. But everyone knew each other. Although that could sometimes be a bad thing too. There's something to be said for having a little bit of privacy. Okay, drop our van off at the depot and we can go home and chill.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Meredith.
Okay, she doesn't sound too happy.
Are you all packed for tomorrow? Meredith?
Dad, I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to make it tomorrow.
Oh, what happened?
What's wrong? What happened? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Dad, don't worry, but I'm snowed under with work. It's bad at 86. It needs to be up and running at the start of the new year. I stumbled upon some errors today, and now we need to fix them this week. This sucks.
We'll try and be understanding of our daughter.
That's such a bummer, Em. But I understand.
Thanks, Dad. I'll make it up to you, I promise. We've all worked so hard this year. Can't squander it all in the last week, right?
Yeah, again.
You're right, Meredith. Christmas is just a few days. Your career lasts a lifetime. Have you told your mom yet?
Yeah, I just called her at the motel.
Oh, someone's calling. Must be your mom.
Okay, well, that's my cue. Gotta get back to it. I'll call again soon, Dad. Love you.
Hey, Em. Is that you?
If by M you mean Emily, then yes. If you mean M for Meredith, then no.
I'm gonna go for the joke.
What if I meant M from James Bond?
Oh, Thomas, don't joke around as if nothing's wrong.
I know, Em. I don't know what to say.
Well, just deal with it, like we always do. Why don't we invite someone else? Unless you're happy with just Mildred coming over.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
Find some of the
I'll think
bros.
about it and maybe invite someone tomorrow.
Okay, honey. As long as you don't invite Jack, his jokes may even scare off the turkey. In any case, I'll call Beth and ask her again, too. And then I have to do a towel run, refill the vending machine, and vacuum the reception area. So it'll be a while before I'm done. I'll see you tonight, honey.
Okay, Em. Drive home safe.
Now, after all that, we finally get to chill out and relax. We've got our agenda here. We can see we've got, we've obviously crossed that off. We're not picking up our daughter. We have a date with our wife next week, and the most important one, poker night. We can't miss that. But for now, we're going to, let's read a book.
Major League Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear while on the job, in case they split their pants. Golf is the only sport to have been played on the moon. On February 6th, 1971, Alan Shepard hit a golf ball on the moon. Because of the low gravity, it may have traveled more than a mile.
You know, the biggest crime in this game is he's got a book. He's got a bookstore full of books way better than that, and he hasn't even used them. I mean, you could read the God Emperor of Sandhill.
It's time for a different take on the snowfall.
PO positive or pet peeve?
Take it away, Charles.
Jack, I'd like to respond what Cheryl said about the snow yesterday. Sure, it makes everything nice and quiet, but we can't forget the sweet sound of crunching snow beneath our boots. Thank you very much.
Get off the
Sure we
road,
can,
lady.
Charles. And that's the last one about snow for now. Apologies to the guy with the pet peeve about yellow snow. Better luck next time. Today's weather as bright and beautiful as yesterday. Enjoy the crunch, folks. Back to the playlist.
It's our first delivery of the day. And we get to meet some more of the townsfolk. If they're home, of course.
Oh, good day, Kay.
Hi, Thomas.
Got a parcel for you.
Thanks. I'm sure Santa will be happy this arrived just in time.
Anything I can do to help the old man out.
Hey, another member of the town. She's pretty chill. I like her. So we'll ask how the family's going.
How are things with the family?
Good. Good. Really looking forward to the holidays. I've been making Grace this great big space station out of ply. It's coming together really nicely. And Barry is getting Max a second-hand guitar as we speak.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm sure they can't wait for Christmas.
Neither can I. What about you and Emily? Got anything special planned for the coming days?
Oh, this is going to be a hard one. We'll just gloss over the fact that my daughter can't make it.
You know, just dinner with the family. And Mildred.
She joined us last year. Watch out with the eggnog is all I can say.
Good tip. I best get some more just in case.
And maybe some antacid. Well, I'd best get on. I have to check on the oven. Or Santa will have to eat charcoal when he stops by tonight.
All right, best get back to it myself. Give our love to Barry and the kids. And Santa, if you happen to see him.
Will do. You and Emily have a great Christmas too, okay?
Back on the road again. And more parcels to deliver. And I know this is a bit repetitive, but
that much Christmas lighting
there's just something really relaxing about this. One of those games. If you had to twist my arm and you told me I'd be playing a game where you're a mailman delivering parcels in a tiny country town, I'd tell you you're nuts. But here we are. What's more nuts is that I've actually really enjoyed this game. So we're tearing up the street, and this time I'm going to stay on the right hand side. Let's make a token effort to obey the road rules. Token effort. See the mailman tearing up the road flat out.
Heron Circle. Feels like I'm going round in circles sometimes. Fancy handwriting on this one.
So we've got 2 houses to deliver to, and that's a nice Range Rover.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's.
You will occasionally see a muscle car, sports car coming down the road, and sitting here in my dinky old van, I get to be a little bit jealous. Or even better, a Harley. Stop signs, what are those? I had to deliver the mail. I didn't say I had to obey the road rules. Okay. Another one down. One of these days I'll pull up on the right side of the street.
There we go.
We got a couple left. And then we're all sorted.
Fancy handwriting on this
There
one.
we go. You know, back in the day, when I was younger, I used to deliver mail. It was the most boring job I could think of. Okay, let's do our deliveries to the general store. Oh, and we need our main street. We need our package. It did give me a number, but okay, one of these is it's the only main street package, so it's got to be this one.
Greetings, Nancy.
Hello, Thomas. That should be the last batch of Christmas pudding ingredients.
Now, Nancy is, shall we say, quite a character. She's definitely not my favourite of the group.
Sounds good. Is it for you or for the store?
For the store, of course. I'm not gonna change my cooking schedule just because of Christmas.
Yeah, because who wouldn't want to cook a Christmas pudding?
Your cooking schedule?
Mm-hmm. A set meal for every day of the week.
Can I ask what your cooking schedule looks like?
Sure. Monday's mac and cheese, chili on Tuesday, meatloaf Wednesday, cheeseburger Thursday, fish Fridays, Saturday steak and mash, and it's corn on the cob Sundays.
That doesn't sound like the most healthy of diets, but hey.
A healthy and balanced variety of culinary goodness. Color me jealous.
No need to be jealous. No one's gonna stop you from creating your own schedule.
Maybe I will, but I'm going to enjoy the Christmas meal first.
And I'll be savoring my homemade chili.
Nice. I'll be on my way now.
Well, that interaction went about as well as we could have expected. Again, we've got some Mr. X, so Mr. T. We've got Kool-Aid, Kool-Aged, and Fruit Twinkles instead of Fruit Tingles. It's the little things in this game that I like. Okay, we've got to get back on task now. We've got a few parcels left to deliver.
Open up the window. I'm breathing.
Okay. So we've got 3 left. We're nearly done for the day, and we can go home and we can chill. Oh, no one home? I loved back in the 80s, you could just go to someone's house and leave a parcel, and you didn't have to worry about it getting pinched. Off we go, down the road. 2 parcels are left.
Bert's out of town for the holidays, but he did ask me to keep an eye on his place. Seems to be in order.
Bert's one of my buddies. I've got a bit of a friend circle that you can hang out with and do activities, play cards, go fishing, so forth. Bert's the resident fisherman. He's off on holidays at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. I'm guessing he's an ice fisherman because you're sure not going to catch anything in this ice without some tools. Maybe he's a dynamite fisher. Well, another one of those things in the United States that I'm very jealous of. As exotic as I've ever gotten in fishing is bow fishing. Off we go. We've got one last parcel to deliver. And we've got one last person who... What's going on there? Someone broken down. Hit the fence. You right there, buddy? So our last friend lives on this farm. I'm going to go and say hello. Go and just pull up here and say hi to our buddy. The last package of the day.
Wow, a visit from the Poker King. I humbly thank you for the honor.
He's Jack's one of my favorites. He's a character.
The pleasure is all mine, sir. And this package is yours.
Ooh, boy, Frank came through once again.
Package from Frank, huh?
I know exactly what he's got in it. All I'm going to say is, God bless the United States.
A nice attempt at reverse psychology, but I'm not going to tell you. But what I will tell you, I'm kicking off the new year with a bang. I better put this somewhere dry. And then it's back to reading Doyle Brunson's Super System. Ooh, you're in trouble this Sunday, sir.
I'm glad I can blame the cold for my suddenly shaking hands.
Nice spin, sir. Nice spin indeed. Anyway, later, Thomas, and take care on those icy roads.
You're alright, brother. You're alright. Well, we're going to head on home. I mean, that's the thing. All the characters in the game, they're all really fun. They all have their own personality. And for the large part, they're all really likable. Even the characters that aren't likable have a bit of a bit of uniqueness to them. And you can befriend them. You can, based on your discussions with them, you can actually make friends with some of the characters that are a bit less, let's say a little more prickly would be the best way to describe them. And I mean, if this is the average United States rural town, I can see the appeal. Everyone's friendly here. They all look after each other. People have varying interests. Something that living in the big city can sometimes inadvertently take away from you. You really want to walk across the road? You're lucky this isn't that sort of game.
Hey, Thomas, you think it'll ever stop snowing? I'm glad it's the last day before Christmas break.
Well, sorry, Frank. They're forecasting snow until at least the new year. But hey, about Christmas.
Yeah, you can come join us.
Meredith bailed on us, which leaves us with a bit more food than we can handle. Maybe you'd like to volunteer and help us eat it tomorrow evening.
Christmas dinner at the Weiss residence. That sounds great, Thomas, but I'm afraid I'm all tied up. The Knicks are playing the Celtics. I think the Celtics will go all the way this year, but I wouldn't count out an upset at the Garden.
Let's go the nice answer. Again.
Let's go Knicks.
I'm gonna have to sleep on it, but I can't pass up a juicy bet. Hey, Thomas, before you go home, I need a favor. Can you help me with that guy over there? He said he's looking for a job, but I really gotta run now. Try to find out what he's made of, okay? Good luck.
Hello, young man. I heard you were looking for a job. My name's Thomas Weiss, and I've been working for the Postal Service for nearly 40 years.
Hi, I'm Matt Kearney. I'm glad someone finally showed up.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Now, this guy's a man after my own heart. He's a computer nerd. Unfortunately, he is a bit rough around the edges, and he doesn't have a very likable personality.
Do you have somewhere else to be right now?
Not right now, but I don't have all day.
Okay, let's keep going then. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm basically a computer expert, kind of in between jobs right now. I've been programming since I was 11 years old. I'm looking to start my own software company.
Okay. I don't know why you're applying here.
That's great. So you want to save up some money to start your own enterprise one day?
Bingo. I'm already working on it at home, and whenever I have time in my schedule.
Yeah, this is what worries me. If he's trying to make a startup, he may not be a good fit here.
Aren't you afraid that might interfere with your day job?
I have the focus, determination, and willpower of a professional athlete.
Okay. I have a few more questions. Do you enjoy working with customers?
I think everyone would enjoy someone who skips the small talk and gets the job done as soon as possible.
Now, this I can appreciate, but being an introvert, even I have better customer service skills than this guy, and that's not really that much of an achievement.
Well, that may be, but my question was if you enjoy working with customers.
Sure. I love people. I love helping people. Could we wrap this up now, please? I don't think working here requires an extensive interview process.
Okay. this guy's not getting the job.
I'd like to ask one more question, actually.
Let's go for a salary.
What salary are you looking for?
I know I can't ask for a salary in the computer expert range, but I would expect a salary that reflects a senior position.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Thanks for applying. We'll be in touch.
Okay, but please be aware that I've also received other offers. Bye.
Okay, well, you'd best accept one of those other offers, because I would employ my dog over you.
Yep, hello.
Hey, honey, it's me. Finally found time to call. Having such a busy day. Did you invite anyone else over for tomorrow?
Yes, I did, but no takers. So it's just you, me, and Mildred. Or is Beth coming as well?
Yeah, Beth is coming. So happy I could finally change her mind.
Nice work.
I do like Beth, so yes.
She's great company.
As opposed to Mildred? No, this is not funny. Mildred is a sweetheart. And you better wear the Christmas sweater she knitted for you last year.
Oh man, it's going to be one of those awful Christmas sweaters. Why can we never get those Die Hard sweaters? You know, the meme ones with the Nakatomi Plaza?
I love Christmas sweaters, so don't worry about it.
Great. So I won't be the only one looking stupid. Oh, by the way, I've got great news. We finally found someone to take some shifts off my hands.
That's fantastic. No more 60-hour work weeks.
Uh-oh, I know the way this is going.
I also had a job interview today.
I wasn't at the interview, but I was introduced to him after he was hired.
Bom, bom, bom.
Did he wear glasses?
Yes, he did.
Did he have curly hair?
Yeah. Are we playing Guess Who? His name is Matt Kearney. He said he's going to completely overhaul our computer system.
That's the guy I interviewed this afternoon.
Really? Did you like him?
Oh, define like. Crawling through snow in the middle of the night? Yeah, I liked him. Ooh, let's go for the middle one.
Can't say that I did, to be honest.
That's a shame. But it doesn't matter. He'll be taking the load off my shoulders. And I won't be working alongside him anyway. You'll probably see him more often than I will.
Oh, methinks we're gonna have to have words, him and me.
And there I was thinking I dodged a bullet.
We'll see how it all pans out. Oh, gotta go now. Bye, hun.
So it's time to sit down and chill for another night while we wait for our wife. But I'm going to leave it here. We've been playing for nearly an hour. Do I like this game? Surprisingly, yes. Very much so. It's a very interesting game. It's got an interesting narrative. The characters are likable. They've made all the characters likable, and even the ones that are a bit less likable. If you warm up to them, you can become friends with them too. It's a very simple concept, but it's just done really well. And slice of life games, there's so many, and I've tried some, and until this one, I've found very few that actually kept my interest for longer than 5 minutes. So if you like slice of life games, if you like narrative games, if you like more casual games without combat and dark gritty sort of violence, if you're like me and you maybe just want a bit of a break and you just want to play something a bit more wholesome, then Lake may be what you're looking for. Now, I know there's a ton more to this game. We've only scratched the surface, so if you want to see more of the game, leave me a comment, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, check out the developers, and hopefully you'll join me next time when we check out another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.